Hello, my name is Riley, and today our group will be presenting our marketing research proposal for Country Road, one of Australia's leading fashion and lifestyle retailers. To begin, I'll provide a rundown of the project purpose and our client overview. Kirsten will then outline the problem identification, including the management decision problem, marketing research problem, and research objectives. I will then provide a justification of our chosen research method and sampling approach. And lastly, Charlotte will then discuss the questionnaire design and recommendations for application. Our research purpose is to understand how changing consumer preferences around sustainable fashion are influencing purchase behavior. Country Road is known for creating and designing high quality fashion and lifestyle products sustainably. This study will aim to propose a research design and data collection tool that understands how changing consumer preferences around sustainable fashion influence purchase behavior.
Thank you, Riley. So, the management decision problem, also known as the MDP of Country Road, is vital in the success of achieving a company's objectives. So, the MDP of Country Road focuses on the what should we do factor in addressing their objectives. So, for example, the specific decision problem of Country Road is maintaining ever changing market demands, which influence consumer behavior, whilst also ensuring their products remain of a high quality and sustainable standard, creating a competitive advantage for the company. So, by implementing the what should we do method, as I stated before, Country Road can create specifically tailored objectives to address these decision problems. So, these new objectives will ensure a greater position within the fashion market, leading to greater product opportunities available for the company and ensuring their new garments align with their customer preferences. So moving on to the marketing research problem, which is the MRP within a company, will then follow on from the management decision problem. So it focuses on collecting research to provide analyzed data to a company, ensuring their specific objectives can be met. So the marketing research problem will provide the precise and important information used to resolve the MDP. So for example, following on from the previously stated MDP, the MRP for Country Road could evidently be to determine the reasoning behind changes in consumer preferences and ultimately understanding their specific values of quality and sustainability. So this market research problem will ensure data is collected on the decision problems of Country Road to allow greater understanding of their consumer values and the changes that need to occur to their products to ensure these values are met. And this implementation will ensure greater sales, obviously build brand loyalty and strengthen Country Road's marketing position. So moving on now to the research objectives. Research objectives define and illustrate what the research is trying to achieve and analyzes the reasoning behind it. So to create research objectives, Country Road would use the management research problem to address specific research objectives for the study. So, for example, the research problem was to determine the reasoning behind changes in consumer preferences and understanding their specific values of quality and sustainability. So, therefore, these following research objectives could be created for Country Road. So, what are consumer preferences when it comes to specific fabrics used within a sustainable garment? How easily are consumers influenced by constantly changing markets? Are they likely to be buying what is currently on trend? And are buyers willing to purchase quality clothing at a higher price point? So these research objectives will ensure an all-round study is conducted, allowing Country Road to address the MDP and the MRP, boosting the success of the company and allowing the ulterior objectives to be met. Thank you. Now back to Riley.
Thank you for that, Kirsten. Our chosen research method we have selected for the study is a quantitative questionnaire survey. We have selected this method because it allows us to collect large scale comparable data on how sustainability preferences influence purchase behavior. This method provides concise and structured questions, ensuring clarity, making the survey easy to complete and understand. The key advantages of using a questionnaire survey are its efficiency, cost effectiveness, and broad reach. Questionnaire surveys provide an efficient way to capture consumer attitudes from a large data set while remaining less costly than qualitative alternatives. When compared to other research methods, the advantages become even clearer. While focus groups allow for more deeper discussions, this method can be time-consuming and expensive to conduct. As the same for in-depth interviews, although they are rich in insight, it can be influenced by interviewer bias and it is difficult to replicate across a large population. Our sampling design is used to gather measurable insights from Australian fashion consumers aged 25 to 60, particularly those within the middle to high income brackets who align with Country Road's core market. The unit of analysis within the research proposal that will be studied is the individual consumer themselves. For our sampling approach, we have adopted a non-probability quota sampling approach, ensuring representation across gender and age groups that mirror Country Road's customer base. Quota sampling helps balance demographic segments, providing reliable and relevant insights for targeted marketing decisions. Over to you now, Charlotte.
The questionnaire design has various stages that generate credible and insightful findings. This design focuses on creating well thought out questions that align with the participants and the opinions on the interview. Firstly, specify information. We need to understand changing consumer preferences as well as sustainable fashion influences. Secondly, determine the type of data. In this situation, we're talking about non-probability quota sampling, which determines characteristics between different subgroups. Then you need to understand the main question, the marketing decision problem. What should we do when addressing Country Road's objectives? The marketing research problem. What is the reason behind changes in consumer preferences? Then we need to establish a response. We have to focus on open-ended questions. Research has shown that these questions result in participants' responses being freely conducted. This assists in understanding the participants' opinions and gaining extra information. Then we need to focus on effective phrasing of questions. Focus on language that relates to the specific target market. Use words like sustainable, high-end, or quality that really resonate with the values of Country Road. Double-barrel questions should be avoided. There does not need to be two topics in one question, considering there should only be one straightforward answer. Finally, determine the structure of the interview. Ensure that before the interview commences, all information is provided to the participants. Identify the reason behind the questionnaire, and then talk about ethical considerations, fairness, and confidentiality. Following these standards will uphold Country Road's values through honesty and social responsibility. In terms of the questionnaire sequence, it's broken down into 6 questions. 1, when purchasing products, are you shopping for yourself or someone else? 2, when purchasing clothing items, how often do you look at the fibers or the fabric composition of a garment? 3, as a consumer, are you more influenced by fast fashion trends or do you value high quality products? 4, does the price of these sustainably sourced products deter you from making the final purchase? 5, how often does changing trends influence your purchasing behavior? And finally, are you likely to shop at another clothing store that offers more sustainable variety of clothing? This question sequence is broken down into wide-ranging questions that then becomes more specific. This method is to understand which participants are more likely to support the sustainability incentives of Country Road. The questionnaire method has been chosen considering its capability of reaching a large group of individuals at a low cost. It means Country Road can understand consumer sustainability values and implement them into the company's growth. The non-probability quota sampling provides a balance between gender and age group. It supports Country Road's overall clientele.
Thank you very much for listening.